Hello and welcome to the Energy Connect studio at the Egypt Energy Show EGYPES 2024. It's great to be back in Cairo and I'm thrilled to have joining me in the studio Saeed Lamki, Chief Executive Officer of ADNOC Distribution. Thank you so much for joining me on this first busy day.
Thank you for having me on the show, thank you.
Now, last year you completed your acquisition of your 50% stake in TotalEnergies Marketing Egypt.
Yes.
And the first 9 ADNOC branded service stations were launched last year. Why is the Egypt market so important from ADNOC Distribution, and what's the significance of this acquisition?
Yes, ADNOC Distribution is a 50 years old company. We celebrated 50 years just last year. And we are on our smart growth trajectory and trying to expand our operation. We've started our first international growth in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in 2020, and we have now a portfolio of 67 stations, and it was only natural that the next big market within the region is the Egyptian market, highly populated country, good economical development, and a society that is hungry for energy. So we felt that this is the right destination for our future expansion agenda, and we are indeed pleased that we've closed the financial transaction last year. 50% of Total Egypt retail, and this is just a step into our growth ambition, trying to grow the business beyond the boundaries of the UAE. And we are here now with a portfolio of 240 stations, of which 9 strategically selected stations have been rebranded as ADNOC. So we have our ADNOC Oasis services, we have our brand serving the community here. And the intent is, as we grow the portfolio further, there will be more and more ADNOC branded stations that provide the services to the customers here in Egypt.
Well, it's great to hear, Band. It sounds like exciting times. I'd like to touch on now about your sustainable roadmap that you launched last year. Can you tell me a bit more about it and how you're integrating sustainability into your operations?
Absolutely. You know, last year was a very important year for the UAE, hosting COP28. Of course, it was named as the Year of Sustainability. ADNOC Distribution, part of the ADNOC Group, we have really made the commitment to reduce our carbon footprint and reduce our emissions by 25% by 2030. So we've issued a roadmap at the beginning of 2023, explaining exactly how we're going to achieve this target. We have a number of initiatives that are supporting our commitment towards sustainability. Integrating solar energy to power our stations. So now there's a program that is unfolding, installing solar at the roof of our buildings and canopies of our stations. We've also integrated EV. Sustainable mobility is also a growing priority, and we are trying to install an infrastructure that will power and provide easy access supercharging facility to electrical car owners. So now we have 50 chargers strategically located, and these are superchargers that allows car owners to charge their cars within 15 to 20 minutes. We've also took a bold decision to convert our entire fleet that serves the operation to be using biofuel, and that also reduced substantially the carbon emissions. So there's a lot of initiatives that we are proud of, and this is just the beginning. We are going to meet the targets that we've set for ourselves, and going to stand out as a serious, responsible company that puts sustainability goals at the heart of what it does.
Well, that's great to hear, Badan. We heard in the opening so many, the theme of this Egypt's, decarbonisation, energy transition, obviously, and security. So
absolutely
great to hear you're really actioning that.
Thank you. It's an important commitment, and we will stand behind it.
Yes, and we are towards the start of 2024. You mentioned some of your plans, which sounds really exciting, but a sort of top line overview looks like busy and exciting times for ADNOC Distribution this year.
Last year, 2023, was a historic year. We've achieved a milestone that we've set out for ourselves since 2019. The idea was we're going to go and transform the company and become a $1 billion EBITDA company. That goal was achieved, and was a historic, progressive transformation of this company. And this sets the tone for us for 2024. Indeed, we are going to continue to drive and pursue smart growth initiatives, whether it's in the UAE or in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Egypt, and perhaps beyond that. We are commercially minded. We are looking at opportunities whereby we can add value, and we'll definitely try to grow the operation across every sector that we operate within, whether it's the fuel retail or the non-fuel businesses, the car wash, the lube, the franchising business, the mobility, sustainable mobility initiatives. So very exciting years. We're going to continue to drive also efficiency, and that's definitely a continuous momentum from a historic year that we've just closed.
Well, that's super to hear. Now, just before we go, we are here, as we said, in Cairo, but this is the first time for ADNOC Distribution to participate in the Egypt Energy Show. What are you looking forward to for the rest of the 2.5 days?
Yes.
And what's the importance of this show to show what you're doing around decarbonisation?
Absolutely. It's very exciting to be here. Our first participation. I know this is the 7th edition of the conference, and very excited to be here among peers. It's an excellent networking opportunity for us, and it's also an opportunity for us to showcase and demonstrate our leadership in the areas that we operate within. And of course, aligned with the theme of the conference, decarbonization. We do have a stand. There's a lot of information that we provide, and we stand open and ready to collaborate with like-minded partners who are also here exhibiting. And indeed, this conference itself is an important networking opportunity, and collaboration is only identified and realized through this type of gatherings under one roof. You have the financiers, you have policy makers, you have developers, you have the companies, technology. So it's a great opportunity to be here, and the agenda is very intense over the coming couple of days, including a panel, again showcasing the work that ADNOC Distribution does.
Super, Bader. Well, I wish you all the best for the rest of the show, and I just want to thank you for coming down to the Energy Connect studio.
Thank you for having me on the show again. Appreciate it.
Thanks everyone for watching, and I look forward to bringing you more studio interviews from the show floor in the coming days.